going on, guys? It is Chef Richie, and we're here with Chef Richie Live. Tonight we are going to be making a sausage, lentil, and spinach soup. I'm super excited to be making this. We have so much planned for you guys. Welcome to the premiere of Chef Richie Live. So let's get started. We have Nicole behind the camera, behind the scenes, watching the chat. So if you guys have any questions, let us know. You can give a wave. All right, so we're going to make a sausage, spinach, and lentil soup. Super easy, nice fall dish to go along with the fall season. So we're going to be using our Pampered Chef's cast enamel Dutch oven. This is an amazing piece of cookware that I totally love. We're going to start this. We're going to get the pan on the hot side, on the warm side, and let's get to it. So first and foremost, we need to do a little bit of prep. So we need some onions, we need some carrots, and we need some garlic. So here's our carrots. I got some cloves of garlic. Guys, the recipe for this will be posted later on. I'll get it in the comments. I will post the recipe for the soup. It is delicious. It's going to be one of my favorite new fall items. So we have our brand new Flex Plus Prep set. This is the food processor attachment. There's 3 parts to this. We have a food processor, a motion blender, and a hand mixer. So today we're just going to use the food processor. In other videos, you'll see us use the other parts. So what we're going to do is we need some onions and some carrots. So I have 2 onions that we're going to put in here. I got a couple cloves of garlic, not going to lie. Who doesn't like garlic? And we're going to put in about 1/4 of a bag of baby carrots. Now, instead of chopping all my ingredients to the soup by hand, we're just going to use we're just going to use a food processor to get it nice and easy. And what's great about our food processor is most of it's dishwasher safe. And brand new product, which is great because this is a power tool. So we have our power stick. This is going to be the immersion blender attachment, just to show you guys. So we have a power stick, and it's cordless. So we have a battery pack. So we have a battery that goes right on it. Bada bing, bada boom. Our oven is preheated for some garlic bread we're going to make for our soup. So this is on, and we're going to show you guys how easy it is. This is cordless, so you can do this anywhere. So we're going to pulse up. Put this on high setting. We are going to pulse up. Onions, our carrots, and you guys can do it as fine or as coarse as you like, depending on what you like. But look at this. Done. Super easy to do, super quick to do. Biggest thing is you always make sure the battery is the last thing you put on, and the first thing you take off when you are done using our Flex Plus. So look at this, guys. We have our carrots, we have our onions, and we have our garlic that is ready to go for our soup. Look how easy that is. Super simple. We're going to put that to the side. So we have our cast iron heating up. So what we need to do is take a little bit of oil. And you always want to preheat your pan first on a medium heat. Then you want to add your oil. Then you want to let your oil heat up for a minute or two so it starts to get hot. So once you put in your protein and once you put in your veggies, it's going to cook evenly. So what we're going to do is we have this, and then we have sausage meat. What? So I went to the supermarket. They had just regular sausage out of the casing. So I have here about 2 pounds. We have 2 pounds of that. We have our onions. We have our garlic, and we have our carrots. Let me just take the blade out, and we have our nice chopped up. Super easy to do, right? We need a spatula to get everything out. Right, once our oil is heated up, we're going to add our meat to the Dutch oven. You should hear like sizzle. There we go. That is what we like to hear. We're going to start to cook that up. Now, you always want to season your meat. You always want to season the meat when you put it in. Season. A little salt, a little pepper. We're going to let it cook for a minute or two, and then we're going to get into a seasoning that I'm going to be adding to our soup. I love our pantry seasonings. This is a herb. This is Provence. It's going to add some nice fresh herbs to our pan. and it's going to start to cook and get some more flavor to our sausage. Our pantry items are amazing. We have a subscription service called Taste Buds. If you're interested in learning more, comment below. Make sure you're in my VIP group. What were you saying, Nicole? Make sure you're in our VIP group. And if you want, comment, message me. I'll get you subscribed to this very great subscription service we have that you can taste all of our pantry seasonings. So as our sausage is cooking, we're going to use our mixing bowl. So we're going to get in here, we're going to break our sausage up very easily to cook it down a little bit. We're going to cook it about halfway so that we get into, like, it almost being cooked. We're going to add our veggies, we're going to cook our veggies down. And what's great is we're just going to add this, we're going to cook this right here, let this do its thing, but in the meantime, we need to get a little bit more stuff together. So I'm going to add a little bit of fresh tarragon to our soup as well. So tarragon is a great seasoning. I love putting it in chicken salad. So we're just going to need two little big pieces of this. We're going to strip it down, super simple, strip it down, take the top off. Again, strip it down, take the top off. We'll move this to the side for a second. I'm going to give it a rough chop. Guys, I'm going to give you guys a quick knife 101. You want to hold your knife thumb, index finger on any knife so you have more control over it. And then when you're cutting it, you want to bunch it, and you want to hold your hands like a C. C, like see you, I see you. So you hold down your thing, and when you come and you start cutting, you never, ever, ever, ever will cut yourself as long as you hit on the knuckle and never come up. So you just rock your knife and let it come with it, and you just march your little C closer to you, and you will never, ever cut yourself. Again, bring everything together, hold it like a little C. Come with you, never cut, cover them, make sure you always touch your finger coming, you're good to go. We've got a little bit of fresh herbs chopped up here that we're going to add to our sausage. Now, if you guys don't want to use sausage for this, you can use pork sausage, you can use chicken sausage, you can use turkey sausage if you like. If you want to use one of those plant-based meats, like a plant-based sausage, those are really popular now. You could totally use that for this too. If you want to use like a ground turkey, or ground chicken, you can. You just want to make sure you season it up with like an Italian seasoning mix or something just to get a little bit more flavor. Because, you know, sausage already has a little bit of that Italian flair to it when they put it in the casing. We're going to break this up. And then we're going to get our other ingredients ready for this besides our onion. So we have our tarragon. Other ingredients we're going to need is a can, catalini beans, can of white beans, right? A can of fire roasted diced tomatoes, which I will talk to you guys about this in a second. We also need a cup of lentils, dry lentils, and we need chicken stock. We need about a box and a half of chicken stock. Now, when you think about quarts and stuff like that, this is 32 ounces. This is a quart of chicken stock. So we need, these are our ingredients we're going to need for this. And then we're going to pretty much just let this cook down. Super simple recipe that we have. So, I'm going to give this a quick mix. And then if you guys can't see, unfortunately, I'll bring it to you guys about halfway there cooking it. I want to break it down. What's great about the mix and chop, guys, is it breaks up your meat so you don't have chunks. So it's easy to use. It's great. It's a nylon piece of paper chef goodness. Dishwasher safe. Everybody loves it being dishwasher safe. Once our sausage is about there, we're going to add in our veggies, carrots, our onions, and our garlic. And we're going to give this a couple more minutes just to cook down. We want to start to heat up our veggies because this is going to go for about 30 minutes. So it's still going to cook. We just want to get this incorporated. We want to bring this together. We want this to be a very nice, hearty soup to make, which I'm super excited. How's the smell right now, Nick?
Really good.
Making you hungry?
Yep.
Let's think about this dish, guys, is honestly, this is a 30-minute meal. Once you get everything cooked down and everything go, you're done in 30 minutes. Who doesn't? We have a little bit of movement there. Who doesn't love a 30-minute meal? So as this cooks down, we're going to give this a minute. Now, I told you guys something about the tomatoes. I personally do not like chunky tomatoes. So whenever I use a recipe that uses diced chili, diced fire roasted apples, diced apples, I always like to hit them in the processor because I don't like the chunk in there. So I'm even going to leave the juice in here. So I'm going to make it like a tomato broth. So I'm going to put it right back into our Flex Plus food processor because it still has all that goodness in there from our carrots and our onions and our garlic. So it's just going to add a little bit more punch to it. And the Flex Plus, guys, I love it for making salsas, for making guacamole, to making purees, to making anything you want, including diced tomatoes. So I'm going to give you guys a fun fact. If you guys are looking to add a little bit more oomph into any soup, like a chicken soup or a beef soup, and you want a little bit of tomato goodness, and you don't want to use tomato paste, if you have diced tomatoes, you can put them in a food processor, add a little bit of stock to it. Like if you want to add a little bit more stock to this, you totally could if you wanted to, but you don't have to make like a tomato broth if you don't have it. Even if you have diced whole peeled tomatoes, you can use that too. Again, look. And then battery comes out, and I'm going to show you guys the end result right here. Boom. Take off the power handle. And look at that. All those tomatoes are all diced up. Look how easy that is to do. Now it's going to be like a puree, which is going to be perfect with this. So here we have our sausage. It's pretty much ready to go. We're going to add in the rest of our ingredients. So we have a couple lentils. Boop. We're going to add in our catalini beans. Boop. We're going to add in some herb super hunt seasoning. Now, if you guys can see in our seasonings, do you see that first little ring in there? That is 1 tablespoon. If you fill it up, it's like 1.5. So we're going to put like 1.5 tablespoons of herbs of Provence in here. Boop. And then we're going to add in our pureed fire roasted tomatoes. If you do like it chunky, you guys can totally leave in the tomatoes whole. It's totally up to you. We're going to add in some of our fresh tarragon. We're going to take our mixing jar out, put that in the sink, put this in the sink. And then what else do we have? We can add our chicken stock. Guys, I like to use least low sodium chicken broth or chicken stock, whatever you find in the store, because I want to be able to control my salt. So we're just going to add in a box of stock, and I'm going to need some more because I did add a little bit more sausage than I wanted to. So what I'm going to do is I have another box. I'm going to add maybe about half the box of this to it, and this one is also low sodium. So I'm going to add about half to this, and this is going to cook for about 30 minutes. It's going to come to a boil. We're going to bring it to a simmer. And in 30 minutes time, our lentils are going to be fully cooked. And what's nice about this recipe is it has so much protein in it between the lentils and the beans and all that delicious sausage meat. So this is going to cook down, and it's going to do its thing. And in about 30 minutes, this is going to be ready to go. So I'm just going to throw the lid on it. And we're going to let it come to a simmer. And guys, what I love about Pepper Chef Dutch Oven is it has, on the lid, it has these little imprints, bumps, which is great because when you're doing something like a braise or a soup, it's going to, all the condensation's going to come to the bumps and go right back down. So it's going to keep basting itself. That's going to go for about 30 minutes. So in the meantime, I told you guys we're going to do some garlic toast too. I love dipping bread in garlic. I'm going to use up my time. So, I went to the store and bought a French baguette. Okay? Well, you can go to the bakery and get a baguette, and what we do is I just like to cut it into pieces. So I cut it in half, and then I like to be fancy, so I like to just cut it on a corner and make little points. So you can dip it in the soup, so it starts to dip in and you get more goodness. I like doing this too for making pasta. I like using this. If you have stale bread, you can use stale bread too. And the way I make my garlic toast, the baguettes, is I take a stick of butter And I use Pampered Chef's garlic rub. Because I like it because it's dehydrated garlic. It has so much goodness in there. And we have, I had it out. I had the basting brush out. There it is. Hoo-ha! We have silicone basting brush. And what we're just going to do is we're going to mix up our melted butter, put it in the microwave, melt it down, and we're just going to just brush our garlic, our bread. And I usually let it go one round, and I do it again just to get all that good buttery goodness. If you don't like garlic and you just want to do butter, you can do butter, but our garlic rub, oof, it's really good. I love doing this. We did this the other night, right, Nick?
Yeah.
We had some leftover slider rolls that we did. We did the same process. We put them in the oven. We baked them to their nice golden brown, and they were just, oh, goodness. And if you want to sprinkle Parmesan cheese on there, you can sprinkle Parmesan cheese on there. But again, it's like we're being right now, I feel like a Bob Ross. We're going to fade a happy little tree right here. We're going to do a little bit of a bush right here. And guys, keep going over getting all this in there, because what happens is once you spread the first round, it's going to start absorbing into the bread. And I like to kind of use this as like a spoon sometimes, get some of that garlic on there, so it just gets right in on the bread. I have my oven on 325 degrees because I really want this to get nice and crispy. I don't want to hit a high heat on there because then just the outside is going to get burnt. The inside is still going to be bread. I really want a nice crunch so that when I dip this into my soup, you know what's going to happen? It's going to get nice and soft, absorb all that goodness, and be delicious. And you guys can see, I'm making sure I'm using all that butter. Some of these may be getting done once or twice more. So what's going to happen is these are going to go in the oven. Our soup is going to cook on the stove. When we do come back, we are going to finish off our soup with one more ingredient. I'm going to show you guys how I would serve this if you guys are in my kitchen having dinner with us. Because there's a little secret ingredient that's going to get topped on everyone's bowl of soup. While the soup is cooking, if you're watching this, comment and let me know what you think that secret ingredient is. And we will be back for part 2 of Cooking Live with Chef Richie on the premiere of Chef Richie Live. Hey guys, we're back with part 2 of Chef Richie Live, up to almost the finish line of our sausage, lentil, and spinach soup. So it's been about a half hour. We have our soup that has been on the stove cooking. Our lentils are just about there. There's just one more ingredient that we're going to have to add to this. But let's cook for another minute. But what we're going to do is one more thing we need to get out of the oven. Remember those garlic toasts I made before? Wait for you guys to see these. We got Joey on the floor checking everything out. Oh, look at these perfect garlic toasts that we're going to use to dip in our soup. Do you see that? Guys, large bar pan is life. This is the only thing that I use to cook or bake in the house. You can do anything from cookies to seafood to toasting bread to making pizza. Non-stick surface, easy to clean. And our brand new stoneware, which is Stone Fusion, is dishwasher safe. You want to learn more, you need a new bar pan, you need a new pizza stone, let me know. I'll get you one in your kitchen soon. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this on the table so everybody can pick a piece of bread. Let me just move my tricks. And what we're going to do is turn our soup to a medium heat. And in our last ingredient. So the last ingredient is going to be the spinach. And we don't want the spinach to be mushy. We want it to be wilted. So I have some baby spinach. Now, if you guys want to do a little variation, you can do a mix of greens. You can do a spinach and kale mix. You can do anything that your heart desires. We're just going to use some fresh baby spinach. I'm going to use about half of this, so we're just going to put a handful in. And we're going to take our ladle and just mix it in. And the heat from the soup is going to wilt our spinach. It's going to take about like 5 minutes keep adding in our spinach, keep mixing in our soup. And again, I like to use fresh. I like the wilted aspect. Again, if you want to use kale, a mix of spinach and kale, you want to add arugula. If you like it a little peppery, you can even add arugula. See, arugula is not just for salads, guys. You can use it in soups as well. Do another 2 handfuls, I think we're going to go with this. And this is a super nice, hearty fall/winter dish that I am very excited to be having this coming, chill season, flannel season. You guys didn't see my post. It is flannel season, everyone. I'm going to add one more.
I'm going to do it all.
Okay, the boss says we're going to do it all. We're going to do it all. Again, what you want to just do is, I don't know if you guys can see, you just want to mix it in. Bring it up, bring it down. Bring it up, bring it down. Wilt it in. And this is just going to add a nice little freshness to it. This is going to add a nice little hint of green to it, especially all the leafy vitamins that you have in spinach. When you get to the end, you can just do it and drop the ladle in. More pieces. Boom, boom, boom. Throw this to the side, and we're going to incorporate our spinach in. And again, you don't want this to cook for more than like 2 or 3 minutes. Like I said, it's going to take about 5 minutes to get all that spinach in. You just want it to get wilted. Oh my God, this looks amazing. How does it smell in here, Nick?
It smells really good.
Really good. This is a nice hearty dish, nice healthy dish too. We got some nice fresh spinach in there. We have some tomatoes, we have our onions, we have our carrots, we have our beans, we have our lentils. This is really going to be a nice hearty dish, full of protein. Hopefully going to be a family favorite in your kitchen. One more mix, and we are good to go. All right, so we're going to throw it on a trivet, and I'm going to show you guys. There they are. There you guys. I'm going to bring this in so you guys can see. Nick, let me know. How's that look? All right, so let's finish this off. I told you guys there was one ingredient. So if you were coming over tonight, and this is what we were having for dinner, this is how I would serve it up. We would give you a nice heaping ladle. Look at that. Got to get some broth in that. Some spinach. Now, guys, if you guys don't know by now, I am a professional chef. I just need a napkin. We're going to clean the edge off. Ready? This is how I would serve it. So here, you can see how nice that is, how vibrant in color that is. Secret ingredient. A little bit of goat cheese. I have a garlic and herb goat cheese that I'm just going to crumble a couple pieces on top, just to give it a little bit of creaminess. This is optional. You don't have to if you don't want to. If you are doing this vegan, if you want to use vegetable broth and you're using a plant-based protein, you don't have to add the goat cheese if you want. But look at that. Look at how delicious that looks. I'm trying to get it in there. But look how perfect that is. I will take a picture of this. Guys, first episode, the premiere of Chef Richie Live. We have a sausage, lentil, spinach soup. A little bit of goat cheese. A little bit of a toast point. And there you go. Dinner is served. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the premiere episode. Again, super easy. Recipe will be posted later on in my VIP group, The Dish with Chef Richie. Take care, everybody, and cheers.